In the 1970s, receivers paid the price, and so did quarterbacks when trying to gain passing yards. This video features a quarterback profile of each quarterback who led the NFL in passing yards each year from 1970 through 1977. In 1970, John Brodie was 35 years old, very old for a quarterback back then, let alone a highly effective one, yet he had the best season of his 17-year NFL career. He led the NFL in passing yards, passing touchdowns, and interception percentage. He also led the NFL in passing yards with over 3,000 in 1965 and 1968, which was no small feat back then to throw for more than 3,000 yards. Fireballer John Hadle led all NFL passers with 3,075 passing yards in 1971. It was 413 more yards than the number 2 finisher, John Brodie, which equates to a substantial 16% variance. It was the third time that he threw for more than 3,000 yards. He also led the AFL in passing yards in 1965 and 1968, with his 1968 mark of 3,473 being the 5th highest total all time as of that. Joe Namath led the NFL in several categories in 1972. His 17.4 yards per completion is especially noteworthy since it's the 15th highest in history. The closest that any quarterback has come to that mark since is Eric Hipple in 1981. In 1966, Joe was jumping for joy when he led the AFL with over 3,000 yards passing, then led it again in 1967 when he became the first passer to throw for over 4,000 yards. Roman Gabriel was the 1973 Comeback Player of the Year award winner in his first year as an Eagle. He had a difficult and painful season for the Rams in 1972, but turned it around by leading the NFL in passing yards, attempts, completions, touchdowns, and interception percentage in 1973. His 3,218 passing yards is the most in a 14-game season in the decade of the 1970s, and it was 669 yards more than second-place finisher Jim Plunkett. Gabriel threw for an amazing 26% more yards than Plunkett. Ken Anderson had a fantastic 1974 season. Not only did he lead the NFL in passing yards, but also in yards per attempt, quarterback rating, and completion percentage. His 64.9 completion percentage was the second highest all time, to Sammy Baugh's 70.3% in 1945. Anderson did it again in 1975. He led the NFL in passing yards, yards per attempt, and quarterback rating. Burt Jones had good reason to celebrate 1976 because he was the NFL's MVP in only his fourth season. His 3,104 passing yards was the most in the NFL, and he had a spectacular touchdown to interception gap of 24-9. Also, his 9.2 yards per attempt was 12th best all time. The Bills' running game was abysmal. Their special teams play wasn't anything special. Bills' defense gave up the third most points in the league, so it was up to Ferguson to pass his way into competitive games. Ferguson led the NFL in passing attempts in addition to passing yardage, and since defenses knew that he was going to pass often, they played pass defense effectively, which was a primary reason for him throwing 12 touchdowns against a league-leading 24 interceptions. The 1977 Bills finished with a woeful 3-win, 11-loss record. Joe Namath is the only Hall of Famer in this list, and only 4 times did quarterbacks throw for at least 3,000 yards from 1970 through 1977.